My name is Jayanthi. I'm from Chennai, basically. I am a teacher for 25 years now. And in my profession, I've always loved telling stories to my students. And I've been telling story, I don't know, to my brother I was almost 11 years old and my brother just 3 years old. That was the time when I started making stories and he would laugh. And slowly I started telling others. And when my children were born, it was a daily affair that I have to tell a story, not read a story. So by dinner time, I would think about a story and then tell them. Sometimes it may be good, sometimes it may not be. But during the pandemic time, I learned from Eric about storytelling and other things that has really refined the way of telling story, how to begin, how to go the till the climax, and then how to end. My thanks to Eric for all that. And now I have a channel, Jayanti's 5 Minute Stories. I would have posted about 60 stories in that. And now, earlier when I started, I used to tell only for children. Now I've changed that so that my friends can comment. So there were a lot of people who wanted to comment. So I have about 500 subscribers now. Hope to reach the 1,000 mark soon. And today, I'm going to tell a story about Kurruramma. Kurruramma belongs to Kerala. She is a great devotee, like me, of Sri Krishna in Guruvayur. This I'm going to tell in first person. One, for me, I have that kind of affection and love towards Krishna. And also, I love this character very much. கணிகாணும் நேரம் கமல நேத்ரண்டே நிறமேரும் மஞ்சள் துகில் சார்த்தி கனக கிங்கிணி வளகள் மோதிரம் அணிഞ്ഞു காணேனும் பகவானே. This is my song. I used to sing to Krishna every day. I was, as usual, living. I was born in, say, 15th century. As in those days, the custom was, I was married off in a very young age. I still remember the day when my marriage was fixed. My father came and told, Molu, there is a nice gentleman. We want you to marry him. Generally, it is not even told. See, you are so dear to us. So we want to convey this to you. And we arranged for the wedding. I was too innocent. I started telling my father about, no, daddy, I want to, no, father, I want to spend my life in prayers to Krishna. But nobody was there to listen. I was married off and sent to a new place near. This is also nearer to Guruvayur temple, where I used to visit every Monday. I would observe Ekadashi Vridar every 15 days and I would chant Krishna's name. Krishna, Narayana, Guruvayurappa, all this I would chant. That is my pleasure, doing this. And then one day somebody was telling me, she's a very young girl. I don't know why this has happened to her. I didn't know what they were talking about. Another person in the family was telling, so sad. She lost her husband such a young age. She's only 16 years old. I didn't even understand what they were telling. And finally, when I saw, the body was laid, I didn't know what to. Even that time, I cried and then I started calling my Unni Krishna only, my Guruvayur Krishna only. There are, 3-4 ways to pray to Krishna. One is the Dasa Bhava, where you are the slave to Krishna, like our Uddhava. And there is this friend Bhava, where, like Arjuna, you treat Krishna as your friend. And for gopis, it is their lover. Always, Krishna is their lover. And for me, Krishna is my Unni, my son. I am the Yashoda for Krishna. I love to carry Krishna. My dreams, I would, every day ask Krishna, why don't I have a child? Why don't I have a boy like you to play with? And days just passed. Now my role became I am not supposed to come outside of the inner quarters of the house. See, those days, you can't even say, people would not even see a person. And so I was staying in the backwaters. I used to do the kitchen work. And after that, most of the days I would do upavash because I don't feel like eating anything. And I would do japa. That is the only thing, Narayana, Unni Krishna, Narayana, that is the only thing which kept me alive. Very soon, all the elders in the family, they passed away. Since I am the eldest now, they started. Actually, my name is Datri Kuti, when I was small. And now I've become an old lady. And since they attach the house name to the eldest in the family, I was called as Kurruramma. So everybody would call me Kurruramma, Kurruramma. And people came for help. Now everybody moved out. I was all alone in that house. All the elders died and the young ones want to have their way. So I was the only one in that house, and part of it I even locked. Where is the energy to clean all that? And one day in a mood, I was even crying to my Krishna, the small idol which I keep in my puja room. Krishna, I need someone, Krishna, to talk to at least, because I was all alone. Other than going to the temple, other than doing something for me, there's nothing. Next day, I saw a small boy. He came asking for help. And then I said, okay, Unni, we call for small boys. So he was a very small boy. Okay, Unni, I would give you something, but will you be working for me? Unni was very happy. And then he said, Amme, I want someone. I want to live with someone because I don't have anyone. I was so thrilled, that Unni, the small boy, like my Krishna, he is there to be with me. So first I didn't give him any work. I just allowed him to play. But slowly he started picking flowers for my puja, cleaning the puja room, and then he started playing. One day, he was at my back like this. Unni, we were playing. And then he said, Amme, I love you so much. I don't know. Tears poured down my ears. Till date, no one has told me that. The small boy, he told me these words. It was such a bliss, out of the world even, I can say. And he's very naughty too. One day, you know what Unni did? I had separated the husk from the rice. He mixed it everything again. And I told, Unni, what are you doing? And then he said, Amme, I'm just playing. But I didn't want to reprimand him, although I felt so angry. But he helped me to separate that again. In that time, there are, so many contemporaries living with me, like Vilvamangalam Samyar and then Poondanam. They are also real great scholars. And sometimes they would even include me in the conversation or in the debate and things like that. It was a very good period. And after some time, this was all happening. And after some time, people started coming to me asking for help. See, they had physical ailment, they had financial ailment. I couldn't give them much. But Physical ailment, I was able to. What, the medicine I will give them, I will ask them to go take bath in the Tirtham, where it is nearer to the Guruvayur temple. And I will tell them, do this japa, Narayana, 100 times. And I would give them some, the leaves and bark, whatever is there in my garden, which I know, which cures stomach ache and which cures, vomiting sensation and things like that. So I would give all that and they get cured. People love, they come to my house, they spend some time. But now I'm getting old. I'm not even able to walk. I have to hold Unni's hand even to go to Guruvayur temple. One day what happened? I was feeling very tired. I reached Guruvayur, and when I entered the temple, I couldn't find Unni. I was looking here, I was looking there. I was asking some people, did you see Unni? No, nobody saw. And when I was coming out of the temple, he came, he hugged my legs. And I asked him, why, Unni? Why are you troubling me so much? Ame, you hold my hand, he said. So we held each other's hand. And after some time, I asked him, why, Unni, you are holding my hand so tight? And then he said, no, Amma, only you are holding my hand tight. Actually, each of us were holding the other's hand very tightly. You know what Unni said? Amma, I don't want to lose you. That's why I'm holding you. And then I said, I don't want to lose you. And so I was holding his hand tight. Things just go on. And one day what happened? I felt like leaving the world. I didn't want to because there is no purpose. Old age, and after that, there is no one to take care. 89 years old. What is more for me to see? So I prayed, and then even my body was not there. Krishna took me to heaven. Who's there to do the last rites? Maybe he would have thought if a son or a daughter or someone is there, they would even take care of doing the burial and things. But there is no one for me, no? So Krishna took me with my body. And it is said that I'm living in heaven with Krishna. Thank you. Thank you for giving me an opportunity. Eric?
Yes, thank you very much. Okay, so she, can I address you as the character for a little bit?
Yes.
Yes, well, thank you for visiting with us and telling us your story. So you did marry, but it sounds like the marriage was not a very important part of your life.
Yes.
What happened with your husband?
He died very young, 16 years, when I was 16 years, so according to the story.
And it sounds like you became sort of a counselor for people.
Yes.
Right? They would come with their problems, their physical problems, their other problems, and you would give them suggestions. And you were inspired by the love of Krishna. So would you say that you had a satisfying life?
Yes, definitely.
So you were not so lonely?
No, not lonely. Because always I had these people to discuss or debate on topics. So that was also happening. And then I would visit temple. And after some time, Unni also came into my life.
Okay. You know, this story reminds me of the story of Avayar.
Yes.
Avayar also did not want to have a regular family life. She was a poet and I'm sure also a devotional person. And
but
and she also,
sorry to interrupt, in an young age she became old because she didn't want to.
Well, yes. She appeared old from the outside.
Maybe.
But I think, in fact, she was young and strong, and she lived a long, healthy life. So I think within the Indian culture, even though the message is so strong to women that they should marry and have children, there are a lot of legendary women figures who do otherwise.
Yes. See, it is no surprise now my students come and say, ma'am, who want to marry, ma'am? I want to do this. I want to do that. 12th grade children.
Now you're speaking as yourself, not as the character.
Yes. Sorry.
Yes.
Jayanti.
Yes, ma'am.
Jayanti. Hello, Bala speaking.
Yeah, are you able to hear?
Yeah, I'm able to hear. And the thing is, you told about the Kuti Krishna. So nice how your experiences, your feelings and all. You were about to cry even one time. But the thing is, I would just like to know whether you are interested even in the Krishna's part in the later part of his life, there in Mahabharata and all. Have you never thought about Krishna and, teaching Arjuna this Bhagavad Gita and all? You never thought about it?
No,
Kuti Krishna?
Yes, I explained in the beginning itself. There are these 4 bhavas of bhakti. And the 4 bhavan சொன்னேன் இல்லையா initially. So in that, I like the Matru Bhava, that is the mother figure towards Krishna.
And the character found a young boy who was a little bit like the young Krishna with the mischief. Wonderful. Well, I'm glad that character had a satisfying life. I'm glad she found a way and she was happy.
Yes.
Anybody else? Any comments, questions relating to the story, the way it was told, anything?
One more? May Jayanti, what about this Navanida Krishna? Krishna eating the butter.
That is even younger. Yeah. This is little grown Krishna who can walk on his own, maybe 7 years old. That is the age when Krishna came to live with Kurruramma.
Rachel, go ahead.
One of the things I liked was I thought that in the telling of the story, your characters expressed truth that is not always said. For instance, when your character said to the young boy, "You're holding my hand too tightly." And he said, "No, you're holding my hand too tightly." And then they both admitted, "I'm afraid of losing you." I thought that was very powerful, that they recognized that a behavior that wasn't comfortable, "Hey, you're holding my hand too tight, that hurts," had a deep emotional significance.
Thank you.
And they actually said that to each other. And there were some other places also when I think you explained the psychological or emotional, spiritual feelings, motivations underneath the behavior. And that was very meaningful to me. Thank you. I appreciated it. And you were so believable as the different characters.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
One small suggestion I have, Jayanti, is to
go ahead, Eric.
The next time you tell that story, demarcate it even more clearly when you're shifting into the character. So we know that the character is beginning. You might sing a little bit of, do a little bit of singing, to signal that this transformation is happening and that this character is coming to us.
Okay. I take it.
Okay, wonderful. All right, shall we proceed? Does anyone else want to say anything, or shall we go? shall we go onward? Okay, here we go.